Mr. Bass. Unscripted.
Nah. Isn't it always unscripted?
Yeah, I guess it kind of is. No guest tonight, though. Just us. Like it or not, that's what you get. And I have to admit, we're pretty entertaining.
I have to agree with you. I actually, we had what's his name on Jimmy Houston on just a couple weeks ago, and it was like, can we really do better than that? And we've been working on KVD for I don't even know how many weeks, and he just, I don't even know what happened to him, to be honest. He was good last week, and then this week, 2-3 days ago, I haven't heard anything at all. So I just was like, maybe something came up, or I don't even know.
Must have been.
But there's lots to talk about since we've been on.
There is.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah, there's lots happened in the old fishing world in the last. We didn't do a show last week, did we? Or did we? I can't even remember.
No, you were away.
Yeah. That's right. I was in Branson. Yeah.
Before we even get going, how did that go? How did you do any fishing? What was going on?
Yeah, I fished. Well, it's on Table Rock Lake, so you would think, man, Branson's right on Table Rock Lake. But I was with family and friends, so it wasn't a fishing trip.
Oh yeah.
But where we stayed, we rented this house, and where we stayed, there was like a pond kind of behind the house. So literally, I was able to get down there a couple of times, like 4:30, and it gets dark at 5:15. So wasn't much fishing going on, but I caught a few. It was okay.
Yeah.
So, but Branson is a really fun place to go if you're into entertainment and you like clean entertainment. Let's put it that way. It's
what do you mean by clean? Like no swearing?
It's not Vegas. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It's nothing. I mean, they have very high quality shows there. Most of them are kind of.
I like that you said clean, because my mind raced right away to naked people streaking up and down and people swearing and all sorts of stuff.
Well, I've seen my fair share of naked people in Vegas, but not here, not in Branson. Branson's clean and shiny. I like it that way. Just really good entertainers, high quality people. Yeah. So it was a good time. And then they have, I was talking about this on one of my live streams. Missouri is the cave state. We have more caves than any other state in the Union. And 4,600 caves, or 6,400. I can't remember if it's
seriously.
Yeah, seriously. And
how do I not know this? Well, figures.
I don't know. A lot of states kind of around Missouri have a lot of caves too. Arkansas has a lot of caves. Several of the southern states. Tennessee's got a lot of caves. But yeah, I did see that, Nathan.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But Missouri has some amazing caves, and there's a couple of them. In Branson, there's this amusement park called Silver Dollar City. And underneath Silver Dollar City is this cave called the Marvel Cave. Yeah, there's 6,400 caves. Thanks, Fish in the Southeast. And that's the known caves. This Marvel Cave is a marvel. It's frigging amazing. And it takes almost an hour to kind of walk through it underneath. And it's a blast. And then they've got several caves you can drive through. There's one called...
that you drive in?
Well, they drive these cars in. You don't actually drive, but you get in a like a tram that drives in. But pretty crazy stuff. Really, really fun.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually.
We got tech baits in here tonight.
Nice. Didn't you get some tech baits in the box yesterday? Where is that box?
I got some tech baits in this box. The Hendrix fishing lures. And let's see, what did I get? It seems like there was a
It
It's
seems
still
like
in
I've
here.
seen tech baits a lot lately, like in Monster
Yeah,
Bass, a lot of the subscription boxes.
yeah, I have been seeing them more, and
Where are they
they're
located?
I don't know, but everything I've heard about their baits is that they're really high quality stuff. And I was actually talking with him on line today, and I think he and I are going to do something together. He's going to send me some lures or something, and
Nice.
I'm going to show him on
You.
a live stream or something. It should be fun.
Ah,
He's in
nice.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
What do you
Oh,
know?
geez. He's up in that cold area right now, probably.
Yeah, geez, are they even fishing up there anymore this year? Is it done?
It's done.
That's one thing that gets kind of blows me away is when you see these guys. Well, the season's over. I'm like, the season's never over. What are you talking about?
The season is never over. It just means you do something else.
Yeah. I know they do.
We down here we never have our season.
Yeah,
It's year round.
right.
I mean, does it get hard to fish during the winter? Yeah, I mean, but still, it's pretty awesome all the time.
He's saying the
So
water temps in the low 50s, so that's not bad.
yeah, that's pretty cold. Then, as he said, then you want to know what it means? He fishes until it gets cold, and then his shit has to start making more lures for the subscription boxes.
Eric Thompson woke up to a frozen pond this morning. That's a sad day. The day you wake up and your water's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, man, how do you like my owl hat?
You want to know? I saw this the other day. I like this.
That's pretty sick, huh?
Did you get this in Branson?
No, I didn't get it in Branson. I bought it online.
Oh.
Grassroots or something's the name of it. But yeah, I got sucked in, man. I like the colors. I like the owl eyes.
It's like psychedelic. It's like something that you'd think that if you were ever tripped on acid, that you'd see that if you looked out the window and you'd be looking back at you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this company is kind of like they're really into pot.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah,
that's one of those hats. Take a couple edibles, and that thing will be talking to you.
Heck yeah, man! Holy moly!
To each his own on that. In all honesty, you can do whatever you want. Not saying that I have never tried it. I don't do it now. I never have. I have. But I'll be honest, the one time I tried pot, I was so freaking paranoid that I was getting caught or something was chasing me down. It was one and done for me.
Oh man, I've never tried it. I mean, honestly, I haven't. But I just,
it's a cool hat.
But hey,
it really is.
I like a pot hat, though, man.
Yeah.
You
support the growers.
So
you went to Branson, didn't do much fishing, but had fun with the wife?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. Speaking of Stone Man tech baits, there was this really cool glide bait in my box, but I don't have it handy here. I was surprised to see that in a subscription box, like a $19 lure in a subscription box. That was cool.
Have I ever asked you what would be the perfect if you were to have to make your own box? I even wrote this down, and there was nothing. Well, you had a budget of like $35-$40.
Yeah.
What would be like 7 or 8 baits that you would put in your box if you had to make one?
Funny you should ask. Look what I've got right here.
Are you making some of your own?
I'm making some Mr. Bass boxes. Whee!
Are you really?
Yeah, well, kind of. What I'm doing is I'm having 2 big shows here at the end of the season. I'm having a Black Friday show, and I'm having a big mega Christmas show where I'm going to be giving stuff away. And so I've created some Mr. Bass boxes for my shows.
Cool.
And I'm going to be doing part of these. So do these have my absolute ideal baits in them? It's hard to say because what I'm trying to mix these boxes up so that they don't have the same thing in every box.
Mm-hmm.
and then the value will vary. It could be $25 worth of stuff. It could be $50 worth of stuff. It depends on the luck of the draw. And then I'm going to let people have opportunities to win it, and it'll be kind of a surprise. But like this one here has got a jig in it. It's got these 10,000 fish Death Stalker swim bait. It's got a glide bait in it. It's got some Ned Ochos, and it's got these joystick worms from 13 Fishing. $42 box right here. So that should be fun.
That's like my 6,000 that I did 32 boxes like that. I just filled it with stuff I had.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But if you had to make a box,
I'm paying for all these lures though.
Yeah. If you had to make a box, like, have you ever thought and went, I would put this in a box, or I would put that in a box?
Yeah. If I had to make a box, I think there's a few things I would put in a box. I would definitely put some sort of a crankbait. I think a crank, especially, it'd probably be a square bill, and it would be a good square bill. I've got, probably 5 or 6 different square bills that I like enough that I could put any one of those in the box. So definitely a square bill. I would most likely put a chatterbait, like a jackhammer or something like that in there. It's a go-to standard lure. I would put a jig of some kind in there. Probably I would put my spider jig, Pro Spider jig from Jewel Baits. I really love that jig. And probably some Cincos. I'm a big Cinco fisherman. I think you can't go wrong with that lure. It's not sexy. It's not super exciting.
Yeah.
But
it catches fish.
It definitely catches fish. I would like to put one of those Buka baby gills in the box. I mean, that's like a $12 to $15 lure, I believe, isn't it? Somewhere around there, 12. But that would be great in a box, I think.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. The wigglewort, Jeff, I would not put in unless I was in the late winter to early spring, because that, to me, the wigglewort is made for a very specific time of year, where you can put a shallow crankbait in all year long, a shallow square bill, all year long, and it's always gonna work. I might put a creature bait in there. I love me a brush hog or a man bear pig or those kind of baits. Let's see what else. Probably a spinner bait. I love spinner bait fishing, and I don't think they get enough love, to tell you the truth. What about you? What would you put in yours?
So I've talked to Vic about this, like in unbelievable depth, about if there was really ever a box. I mean, I did that thing with Monster Bass, or I'm doing that thing with Monster Bass. But I had to pick all the stuff off their website, and knowing who are the other people that did it, like Burley and Debo and something worst angler, Oklahoma's worst angler. And there were 6 people that did it. And, picking off the website would be different than going, okay, if I have carte blanche and can go anywhere and do it, the jackhammer would be be the number one thing. First off, I don't think anyone's ever put a jackhammer in a subscription tackle box.
Yeah.
And then I think making sure the right trailers with it, there would be a lot of thought. But you said a lot of the things that I kind of agree with. When I was doing this, because I don't even know, like, I'll send you this email afterwards, because I don't give a crap if I get in trouble for it. You should see the things that have to be done for this Monster Bass box. It's unbelievable. And especially for there aren't a lot of them that are going to be sold. And so I've been able to check out. They actually put the boxes up like the day after they sent all the contingency things that we had to do.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
put them online, and then someone texted me and said, "Hey, I'm buying one of your boxes right now," and I'm like, "You can't. It's not. You're not allowed to." And then I put it on the Facebook community and said, "Hey, look, it's there, and here's a 25% code too." So if you're gonna do it, it's $23.
Wow, that's great. That's a great deal. That's fantastic. You got $60 worth of lures in there for $23.
And they took it down like that. I mean, they
Oh,
took it down like that. So then the guy who emailed me, he was able to buy one of the Oklahoma's worst angler. I don't know his name. I apologize to him. So he was able to get one of his, but speaking of talking to Vic, like I and I told you this at ICAST, he and I had said, I said, man, we should do something. We'll do it. Mr. Bass, Get Your Fish On, FTC, and put what we think are some of the best baits in the box that you can always use year round or are just unbelievable, and make it just 1 month and that's it. And hopefully that's still ongoing. I haven't talked to Vic. I'm going to see him next week.
Okay.
I'm going to go peacock bass fishing with him next week. I'm hoping.
Awesome.
So
you got to go pretty far south for that.
So yeah, I'm going to go to Julie. My cousin Julie lives in West Palm Beach, so we go down there for Thanksgiving every year.
Okay.
And then usually all I do is just kind of hit the canals, because she's just a little bit. She's a little bit too north, but once you get to, there's like a parallel line, and as soon as you get there, from there on, it's, you see peacock bass and all the feeder canals. And right now, they're giants down there right now. They're, 5-6 pounder peacock bass is a stud in Florida.
Oh yeah, yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to this one place, and I have a place down there that I can consistently get like snook and tarpon, juvenile tarpon, and peacock bass, but it's behind a what is it called? Like a Walgreens.
Oh, really?
and usually I get there, and as soon as you get there, it's they run you off. So you kind of got to sneak in the morning, but I'm hoping to do that for at least one morning. It's a little bit of a drive. It's like an hour and a half drive to get to the place, but it's usually pretty decent.
Sweet.
So I'm going to do that.
That sounds really fun.
Forward to it. Everyone's been talking to Tech Baits. You just should invite him on one of these days and just
we could. We definitely should do that.
So while we've been off, or you were doing, up in Branson, and since we did the last thing, I think it happened that week that we were that we had Jimmy on, but we didn't really want to talk about it. But I think by now, I think we can talk about it. But the NPFL decided to cancel their championship.
Yeah. And I think I was doing one of my live streams, and you.
Oh yes, you were.
You put something on the comments that like, hey, the championship's been canceled, and I'm like, come on, you got to be kidding me. And it was true. I was like, what? And I think afterwards, you and I were talking that like all these guys, their championship is a no entry tournament, right?
No entry.
And they get like a guaranteed 10,000 or something if you make it to the championship or something like that.
It's like
you cancel the tournament. It's the one tournament a year you don't have to pay for, and you got a guaranteed 10 grand, and it gets canceled.
Yeah.
I would be torqued.
Yeah, when I first heard this news, I contacted a couple friends from NPFL, and it was like they were all so shocked. It was like, we're so shocked by this happening. Yeah. And then the more and more I'm going to be brutally honest here. after I thought and started talking about that, and I think you and I talked about it privately, and we thought, we're not going to bust their chops about this. But the more and more time that went on over those 2 days, somebody shared my phone number with like 8, no lie, 8 NPFL anglers.
Oh, really?
And said, you should call Steve and talk to him about your feelings.
Why?
Like
Why?
I'm some fishing psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And then I listened to Luke's podcast.
Hey, here's what's funny. Poor old Rob Turkula leaves early because of PTSD. Now they cancel the championship, and all the anglers have PTSD. Oh, crap, man. Not to make light of PTSD. I mean, that's a serious thing, but
Yeah,
golly,
that's a joke.
dude. That is a joke, but holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, and it went from bad to worse. Like then the anglers. Now I'm going to be, and again, brutally honest. I've never created like a meme. I don't even use memes. But somebody sent me one of the funniest things I've ever saw about like the MPFL like photo background, and then it was Jim Carrey saying something that was like, "This was I just showed up and knew it was going to be nothing because it is nothing," or something like that. And every time I talked, like I said, I was listening to Luke's thing, and Luke was like, "I was so surprised about what was happening." And then I started hearing all these rumors about, like, after Grand Lake, the anglers didn't get paid. Yeah. And then I started thinking, how does everyone think this was just out of nowhere?
A surprise.
A surprise.
Yeah.
Where is the truth to this? And now I think all the anglers did get paid, and I think they made up for the anglers that were in the championship. But if you remember years ago, FLW did the same thing. They canceled their championships, and afterwards, there were a bunch of anglers that went after them and sued FLW.
Oh, really?
Because like some of these guys made hotel reservations or rented houses, or did all that stuff, or even were on their way to go to the championship, because they didn't just cancel it like 3 weeks before it. They canceled it the week of. So there were anglers on their way, and honestly, you hear one side of the story, and then you hear from the anglers, and it was like I was hearing one side saying, well, 99.9% of the people are coming back. And then everybody I talked to said, oh, I'm never going back. It was a shit show. Wow. They wasted money. They spent $1.16 million on the coverage, which is mind-boggling to me. Oh, mind-boggling, because I don't know anybody that watched it.
Wow.
It was just, it was dumbfounding to me. That, after not paying them, that it was really a surprise that the championship was going on. And looking at this event for next year, they don't have I have it on this screen over here, sorry. They don't even have a championship for next year on this. And
they are planning on taking money and going forward with next season, huh?
Well, they got a person that came in and bought 51, from what I understand, 51% of the thing. I don't want to say the person's name, but maybe he owns a kayak company. And so I think they've got things in order. And from what it sounds like, I mean, I talked to an angler yesterday, and mind you, I don't even know who this angler is, because I'm like embarrassed that he isn't in my phone, and I'm like, do I say who is this? But I got a text yesterday saying that they were one or two short of a full field of 125 anglers. And I really don't. It helps to have a little bit of money injected into this, but really, we have one shot to make a good impression. And in the first year, not only do you
Yeah.
not pay the guys on time, then you don't have a
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
And then the biggest person on that whole thing is Turkula, and you completely, push him away, rightfully so in some instances. But if he has an issue, then that's a different situation. But he isn't coming back. And more people watched NPFL because of Rob Turkula than anything else. And they still don't even have a marketing plan. And I'll keep it really honest. I reached out to the owners and they don't even text you back anymore.
Really?
So it's like, what's going on?
That
I
is
sent an
weird.
email. I've texted them numerous times, and they just don't. They just don't get back to you. So it's like, what's
Crazy.
going on over there?
That is wild. Looks like Gramps joined us.
Hey, Gramps.
Weren't you on his show a week or two ago? I missed that. I wanted to watch it, but I somehow missed it.
I had fun with Gramps.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't even remember what we talked about, but it seemed like the 2 hours went by really fast.
Yeah, I was on his show one time. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. He has the best camera. I don't know what camera he's using to do his thing. I don't know if it's DSLR or what it is. Yeah. He has like the camera that blurs everything in back of it. Really nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that is cool.
So anyway, NPFL is going to run next year. I'm happy for him. I should say we need NPFL to succeed.
Yeah.
Because it really gives all these guys another opportunity that they can't get. And the other thing is these guys. A lot of I know a few guys probably went back to NPFL, but what they did was they tried to get in the Tackle Warehouse Tour. Not the not the Bass Pro Tour, but the other one, the one below it, or the Opens. And a lot of those things had already filled up. So there was no way for these guys to get into those. So then they jumped back over to NPFL. But I can tell you, I knew of 8 to 10 anglers that were completely disgusted and wanted nothing to do with NPFL. So yeah, it was really a weird situation.
It's funny because you hear that you hear that there's not any money in tournament fishing, and we've talked about the fact that there's not much money in tournament fishing, but man, everything's full. The opens just came. The BASS Opens just opened up, and I know the Southern Opens and the Centrals. I don't think they call them Centrals anymore. They call them Plains or something. I don't know. They're completely full for the boaters already. Completely full.
Yeah,
I think the coast can still get in, but I mean, it kind of blows my mind that they filled up literally like days within the first day or two of being able to register.
Yeah, usually the Opens fill up instantly. They don't have any problem. To get that opportunity to fish into the elites is a whole different ballgame, man.
Yeah, it's super crazy competitive, though. I mean, your odds. I mean, unless you're just a superstar, your odds of winning an Open are really, really against you. But you got a 1 in 200 chance, roughly. So
is that good odds? I don't know. I don't think so.
It's better than the lottery.
Well, yeah. But some of those guys, that's the goal, is to make the elites. I mean, look at Prosnick is back in the elites. We haven't even mentioned it, but here we go. Mike Iaconelli is back in the elites.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts? I know, honestly, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I like to see him. I'd like to see him fishing professionally still. I mean, he's still a fairly young guy, relatively
He's
speaking.
like 50 something.
Well, he's not. I was going to say Bill Dance old, but he's not Rick Clunn old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's a big influence in fishing. I think it's good for bass for him to be back there. It's definitely, He's got his brand new TV show going now too, so that can always bring more attention to the elites. So yeah, and I'm sure he would rather fish the elites than the opens. He's fishing the opens last year,
Yeah.
and if you're going to fish a tournament series and you've got the choice to fish, and money's not the problem for him, obviously, so he doesn't have to worry about tournament fees, entry fees, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think now we have Jason Christie and Palaniuk and Gerald Swindle, Prosnick, Atkins, Iconelli, there's 6 or 7 who left Major League Fishing to come back to the elites. Hackney, Hackney's a stud. There's a bunch of really great anglers, and I know some of those anglers like Hackney and Patrick Walters and Buddy Gross all considered going to NPFL because it was easy money, and I don't know if those guys are even going to be in NPFL next year.
Yeah, that's a shame because that could really help the NPFL. They need some big names in there. They really do.
Yeah, I think if Hackney and Walters and those guys go over there, that adds a lot of validity to what they're doing, and it actually changes the narrative of that fishing thing. I mean, if they keep staying at the rate that they're going with these anglers and really things that they're the anglers, you really don't know many of the anglers other than those top guys, Soak Up and Carson and stuff like that. The rest of the guys just don't get you don't really know about them. I mean, Booster knows so much about this. Well, really, Booster says this. You have to get rid of some dead weight. Like, to be honest, I want to see what dead weight Major League Fishing cuts, because no offense to Boyd and Gary, those guys aren't really doing very well on NPFL.
Yeah, I mean, you mean on Major League Fishing?
Major League Fishing, excuse me.
Absolutely.
Or Worldwide Watson. I mean, how is that guy even on the BPT?
James Watson Worldwide.
I mean, really?
I don't know.
Has he done anything other than be really successful at social media and stuff?
I thought he was going to NPFL.
I thought he was going to NPFL too.
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. You're right though. They've had 3 years now on the BPT. It's time to start kind of trimming the fat a little bit.
Yeah, you got to interject some new life into it, bring some new anglers in. If the guys don't make it, they still can go into that league underneath them and make their way back.
Warehouse series.
Yeah,
for sure.
But let's hope NPFL does well. I have some ideas. They obviously don't give a rat's ass what my ideas are, because who am I? But I offered it to them. I've been ghosted.
Yeah, what can you do?
I mean, how much time have we spent on? We've spent more time on NPFL right now than we have all year.
Hey, this is the most publicity NPFL's gotten in all year.
It is. This is it.
And think how ironic it is here. All they have to do is pick up the phone and ask your advice, and you could turn that league around instantly.
I have some ideas.
Yeah, heck yeah. Right on.
I mean,
looks like a lot of people are congratulating Christine Fisher.
Yeah. Congrats to her. She killed it.
Yeah, she crushed it. The old Hobie, what do they call it? The Hobie National Championship or the Kayak Championship. And now she gets to go to Hobie Worlds.
Nice. So, good for her. She's an amazing angler.
She is a stick. And she is going to be – she fished, I think, 1 Bass Open as a co-angler this last year, maybe 2. She's going to fish more of those this year. Maybe as a boater. I don't know. But she could compete with the big boys. She really can. She knows how to catch fish. She knows how to find fish, and then she knows how to catch them.
Yeah.
So she's the real deal.
Yeah, she's amazing. She is amazing. And hats off to her for what she's done and promoting women fishing and stuff like that. You know, there's very few that are as good as she is, and she does a great job.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, here's my next question for you. And if you say you didn't watch it, I understand. Did you watch any of the Redfish Cup with Bassmaster?
No, but I did see some. I did see some posts by Trait Zaldane
Yes.
about how bad she was struggling. Because was it a team tournament or something? Were they teams or
Yes.
she had a guy with her that apparently was a red fisherman, right, or
Yeah.
something, and she'd never red fished before. Uh, and then I saw the bait she posted that finally started working, which I think was a chatterbait. I
Yeah.
think she was throwing a jackhammer or something the last day, like a bright chartreuse one in black or something. And
Yeah.
yeah, but no, that's all I know about it. Really, I don't know anything more about it. So what's the deal? What's this is a big
Arguably
deal, huh?
some of the best fishing and like I mean honestly, the Redfish Cup used to happen all the time and there was it just wasn't very successful. It didn't get people out. It didn't do real well. So this having the team influence and stuff was a different way to do it. But in all honesty, it was so much fun to watch. It was
Really?
like honestly,
Huh?
the commentating was exceptional. I've never heard
Really?
better commentating. And
Wow.
not my favorite person in the world, but Rick Murphy, who does like the Florida Insider Fishing Report or whatever it is, and the Texas Inside Fishing Report, it was absolutely and Tommy Sanders, and it was phenomenal commentating. And I know there's people that don't like red fishing. I understand it. I can tell you one thing: if you've ever caught a redfish, you would question ever going bass fishing again.
It's that fun, huh?
It's not that it's that fun. They just fight so much better than the green turds.
Oh,
Um, and when you get out there, you can stalk them. You can see them from a distance. And but it was really commentating was exceptional. Do I think it's going to be successful? I don't know. I mean, it has a better chance than MPFL in my opinion, but
hmm.
I mean, it was fun to watch, and I mean, the slot redfish to get him in the slot was really cool, and it really did good.
Booster is taken. He's like, no.
Never caught a 52-inch redfish then, because I can tell you what, it'll beat your ass.
52 incher. Well, I've never caught a 52-inch bass. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
That would
red.
be
They just fight better than they get the drag screams and they're so much more sensitive to boat movements and you can sight fish them and that kind of stuff. It really it's another level of fishing. It really is. Where bass fishing, you can sight fish bass when they're bedding, but
well. It
redfish
seems like
they're
the
good.
times I have seen red fishing, it's like they fish these massive, shallow, super shallow flats,
Yeah,
and they're on one of these really high platform boats, and they're up
yeah.
there with a fly
Pulling platform.
rod, and you can literally with their camera you can see the redfish in the water moving around there. I mean, you don't even need sunglasses to do it.
The glasses help a lot.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But
Yeah.
it looks fun. I've always wanted to try it.
It really it was fun to watch. Uh, and like I said, Rick Murphy did a great job. Rick Murphy's a great angler, and it was fun. It was something different, and it was good to see the bass guys with the redfish guys, and it was really good. And they didn't use live bait; they used lures. So
Yeah. Right. Right.
so
Right.
it was really good. It was really good. I was very surprised. So
Well, maybe I'll try to go find some of it and watch some of it.
okay, next on my list. Knock out that advent calendar behind you. I want to see this thing.
Yeah. Check this out, man. Mystery tackle box. 12 days of Fishmas advent calendar. You can only get these at Walmart or Walmart.com. I went on Walmart.com and bought mine. and it's got 12 days of fishing here, and they show you some of the baits. They show you what you're going to get, and then some of them there's kind of surprises there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's kind of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to hold off till 12 days before Christmas to open them. And then somebody said, "Hey, you ought to do like a TikTok or a short or something each day." So I'll probably do that, and I'm going to give one of these away because I bought two, one to give away and one for me to do. So we'll do that on one of the shows, and
that's a good idea. You know that?
Yeah, it is a good idea.
How much are they?
They're $24, I think, $24.99 or $25 for 12. 12 things, and if you stretch, if you're not impatient and you can stretch it out and do it one day at a time, it'll be kind of fun.
Like a couple years ago, Weston did a thing like that for Christmas, and they had like 7 or 8 baits in a beautiful box, and but it wasn't you couldn't open something and get it. It was just like,
oh yeah,
and they didn't. It didn't go over very well for them, obviously, because they don't sell Weston here in the United States anymore. But they sent me a bunch. They had one for bass and then one for saltwater. It was pretty cool, to be honest. It was really, there were, like I said, 7 or 8, 9 baits in it, but I think theirs was like $69.
Really?
Yeah, but it was really cool.
Yeah, I think this price point's about right. $25. It doesn't seem that painful. And you got 12 things to open up and get. And if you don't like what's in there, you can give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. I mean, Catchco's got so much money and so many different product lines that they got some creativity when it comes to their Christmas, all their Christmas deals they're doing this year.
Are you doing any Christmas, like what people should buy each other? Have a good night, Technopates. Like Christmas gift ideas for the channel this year? I mean, I'll be honest, I already filmed one, but are you thinking about doing one of those?
Yeah, I probably am going to do some of those, great Christmas gifts for the year, that sort of thing. It seems like that's a real popular thing to do. So
yeah,
fishing shopping list.
Yeah.
Thing.
Ideas that,
Yeah. That's always fun.
I kind of do the things. I kind of go, well, you want to know what? It'd be really cool if my wife would get this for me to give her hints on what I want.
Yeah. Well, on Black Friday, I'm going to do a shopping show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm going to take people online, Tackle Warehouse and places, and kind of pick out fun stuff to buy for Christmas.
Now, do you have a budget set on how much you're going to spend on that show?
Yeah, I don't know yet. It depends if my wife's watching or not.
So the Clash 9, you're going to have a whole new set.
A whole new set of Clash 9s. Fortunately, Clash 9, they do not sell Clash 9s at Tackle Warehouse.
Yeah.
They do sell. Let me show you what they do sell, though. If I can not hook myself. I want a Clash 9 right there. Oh, the Negotiator.
Yeah. How nice is that lure?
Yeah, this lure is amazing. Very pricey, though. Very pricey. I couldn't buy many of these if I went on a shopping spree.
How much is that lure?
That thing is $300.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man.
It is a lot. It is a lot. It's a pretty sweet looking swim bait, though. It's leather. It's leather lined, and then they put this. They spend I don't know how many hours coating this thing with some sort of epoxy over the leather.
Yeah, that thing's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's just like off the charts.
Yeah, that's a sick one. Gramps asked, "You want a pair of Van Stalls?" I think I saw that in here. Pliers. Van Staal pliers are sick.
Are they?
Oh my gosh, they're sick pliers. You'll love those. I have a pair that I got a pair of those.
Where'd you win them?
Yeah, where did he win them? I mean, that's a good thing to win. Seriously.
I don't know what I did with my. Oh, here it is. My cover.
Small water charters, just email me. I'll come down and go fish if you guys are doing that. He won them with some Tackle Web stuff as well. That's cool. I have a bunch of Tackle Webs bags like these that I can give away.
Oh, nice.
This actually has, so you know I do all Patrick's stuff. But he came over and we had to, like, we did a video on how to rig weedless stuff and shrimps and stuff like that. And this bag is, we did all these how to rig worms and stuff like that. But this bag is all done for photos, so that's why it's sitting over here now. That I can just give away if I want to at some point in time. Can we talk about this? Do you have it handy? Do you have it?
Yeah, dude, man, they knocked it out of the park. This now, see, I've gotten the Champions Club from day one, the very first box that they put out, and I've got one every single month.
My box got beat to hell.
Oh man, jeez, that's your buddies at the post office.
Yeah. How exceptional was this for $30?
Insane. $51 worth of lures, and every one of them is top quality stuff.
So, did we get the same colors? What color did you get for this one?
For the jerkbait?
Yeah.
I got crystal shad.
I got ghost silver stripe.
Crystal shad.
Let me see yours. Oh, I like yours better than mine.
Yeah, that's nice.
That figures. Okay. What did you get for the new one from Yozuri, the One Knock Sound?
Okay, this one I got another nice color, matte Rayburn red crawfish. So it's there's a lot of Rayburn reds out there, but not many with a matte finish.
Oh, so yeah,
I like a matte finish.
Mine is Ghost Pearl Blue.
Yeah,
I think mine's better than yours.
Well, yours definitely is more fishable year round, but the one time when you need this orange, in the spring,
you don't have one ready.
Yeah, this thing will be great. So,
okay, what did you get color for this one? Even though I can't use this dives too deep for me.
I got one of my favorite crankbait colors, blueback chartreuse.
So I got green shad.
Yeah, which that's a nice shad color.
Yeah.
But I do fish some dirtier water. I like to throw this in the dirtier water.
So
look better.
The trash panda, you got the better of the deal for sure.
I don't know though. I like a white. A white. I mean, but this is like a weird bluegill color. They call it rusty brim.
Mine's albino rhino.
Albino rhino, nice.
And I think we got the same colors in these ones.
Probably did. It seems like all of the subscription boxes must have a deal on this black blue swirl.
Yeah,
because all of them
is that
net ochos that are black blue swirl. So
yeah,
but the net ocho is a fantastic. I know you don't Ned rig, but it is a great Ned rig bait.
I mean, in all honesty, how exceptional is that box?
It's amazing. It really, I mean, if you're in the subscription tackle box market, I don't know how much they would have to spend for $50 worth of lures. I know it's not nowhere near 50 or $30 for that matter. You're paying $30
with shipping.
With shipping included. It's an incredible deal.
That was the one thing I had. I enjoyed the Bass Baits monthly box this month.
Yeah.
But my value, I looked every one up on Tackle Warehouse, and they sent me a thing saying, oh, you were $6 or $7 short. But I wasn't. I looked up
Yeah.
every bait on Tackle Warehouse.
Yeah. I did the same thing, and they contacted me and said, no, it should be about $7 or $8 more.
It isn't.
But I didn't say that. Now, they do have some good stuff. I've actually got mine sitting here. Like this, I think, is a very good square bill. This Lucky
I
Trout.
agree with you. I agree.
The Divine Swim jig is nice to see.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I agree completely.
That's a really good
I don't
bait.
think you'll ever see another 6 cents in another box.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen the underspin is perfect for this time of year. This fish head, and this is a high quality. It's definitely a high quality one. And then they got the X Zone Swammers.
I liked those too.
Yeah, I like them. And then they got the River to Sea D Walkers.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a good box. It's definitely a good box. And then they got this spinner bait and this bomber crankbait. So it was not bad at all. But when you add up the value of all this stuff, it came around near the price of what you paid for the box. You know,
it was $1 or $2 more than what I paid.
Yeah, right. So I'm still okay with that if I actually like everything and if I would use everything. But what are the odds of that happening? It's almost never, you know.
It never.
So when you get a $20 value, $20 basically worth of free lures, it's okay if one or two is you're not going to fish it. So
the Bass Baits Monthly was very disappointing. And just to keep it real, like the last 3 months have been like that. So
they've kind of leveled out a little bit, I'd say.
Yeah. Do you see this question from Steve Young? Can anyone advise what's the best way for a beginning angler with all pretty budget gear to spend a $100 gift card at Bass Pro Shops?
See if you can buy a $100 Tackle Warehouse card with it, and go to Tackle Warehouse, and you'll get a lot more for your money.
I mean, my question would be:
Bass Pro is fine, but they are not cheap. They're compared to most tackle places. They're usually on the high end, unless you buy Bass Pro brand baits, which a lot of their baits are good. They're decent.
So my question to Steve would be: are you looking for tackle or are you looking for terminal gear? That would be the first question.
Yeah, you want rods, You want rods and reels, or are you looking for tackle?
Because if you're going for tackle, then I would say get some of those easy stupid baits, and I don't mean it bad. Get the baits that you don't have to try to figure out. You can just cast right away. You know, I wouldn't say a finesse Cinco would be the right. I would say to go get one of those, but right off the bat, I would say that might not be the way to start off. You might want to go with spinner bait or some sort of small crankbait or jointed swim bait, something you know that you'll be able to use. Probably tackle, he said. Something you'll be able to go over there and throw out and fish right away, so you can catch fish and hopefully learn from there.
So Steve says tackle. Yeah, Steve, I agree. You should get you some sort of a chatterbait, bladed jig.
Yes.
You should get you a square bill crankbait. A spinner bait's a great idea. Chuck and wind. Get you some kind of a worm, Cinco, or a ribbon tail worm, something like that.
Ribbon tail worm would be perfect because you don't have to do anything with that.
It would be. You can just swim it back.
Yeah.
Somebody said a fluke. I wouldn't do a fluke. A fluke actually takes a little bit of finessing to actually make it.
You want that bait to work right.
Yeah. So if you're just getting started, those things right there would get you a long way.
Yeah. Buy some good hooks.
Yeah.
Maybe buy, what kind of rod are you using? Are you using something that
he's saying a medium heavy? He's saying a medium heavy jawbone rod.
Okay.
That's fine. Medium heavy is the one action I would say you should have.
Yeah.
If you're only going to have one rod. I don't know anything about jawbone rods, but
yeah, I don't either. But you can go there and find there's so it's a kid in a candy store at Bass Pro Shops. You're overwhelmed by stuff. But if you find I mean, get something that you can, something smaller, bait wise, crankbait, or even shallow water that you can use right away, that you can cast a distance. Maybe even you want to know, it's crazy to even think this, maybe try to get yourself some sort of top water bait where you can learn how to walk the dog properly.
Yeah.
And get that cadence correct.
I wonder
But
what's in the Weekend Warrior baits kit.
I don't
know what's in that.
I don't have a clue either. There's so many things when you're learning, when you're beginning fishing. I think the most important thing is to get stuff that is really easy to use.
Yeah.
Trick worm, lipless. I mean, Thunderhawk, the A10 is a great lipless bait. I think that's not the A10. The Sergeant is a great lipless bait. And honestly, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I know there's a smaller one coming out that is going to be really, really good here sometime soon. Actually, maybe here really soon. I don't know. I guess he could text me when it's coming out. But that's easy because you can just rip it and then pause it. And I think you'll get bites all the time. Where does he live? Just out of curiosity, Steve, where do you live?
25 packs of robo worms. Nice, Nathan. They're never going to let you live that down.
They're never going to let me down. I almost thought about putting the robo worm in that monster bass thing. He lives in Maine.
It's a great bait. It's a great bait. Yeah, I like the trick worm idea. Texas rig it, shaky head it. Another go-to bait we didn't even mention is a Ned rig, Steve.
Yeah,
Ned rig works
with that. Just getting learn how to do that at a, like when I first started teaching Thomas how to fish. The first thing I did is look where you're going to learn how to use a worm properly. You're going to learn how to wacky rig it, Texas rig it, all that stuff. That's what I wanted him to learn, because if you can learn that finessey fishing,
yeah,
you can catch fish year round.
Right.
So that was really important for me. Now I will say he puts on a damn Cinco wacky rig. He will wear it out with. He will wear you out with fish.
Yes.
And I like that. Now put a chatterbait in his hands, and he doesn't understand it. So,
well, he says the Warrior kit has tons of soft plastics. Bass Pro fans, the Bass Pro brand's great, Steve. And if you're really trying to stretch $100, just go buy the Bass Pro brands. I got one friend that pretty much throws nothing but Bass Pro, and he can outfish me any day of the week. Their baits are fine, and they're definitely cheaper. And if you go on go on when they're doing their Black Friday deals, you can maximize that thing.
One of the issues Bass Pro has is if you're really, really successful with a bait, the next thing you know, Bass Pro has a bait that looks really close to it.
Pretty
and
amazing.
A lot less money.
Those Bass Pro lure scientists, man, they're amazing. The way they create all this new stuff. Hey, that's how you have tournaments where you pay out $1 million prize.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Congratulations to whoever won that, by the way.
Have they done it yet?
I thought it was last weekend.
Oh, I didn't even see any.
I haven't seen anything on it either, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's coming up, but that's amazing.
Oh, I just got a thing. The A10 Junior will be out late January. Smaller Sergeant is still in works.
Okay.
And we'll have some of those to give away, by the way. I'm going to put that down right now. We'll have plenty to give away.
All right, cool.
Right, Mike?
Bass Pro has the Shimano SLX combo for $120. Holy cow.
Oh, that's a great price.
That is amazing.
That's a great price. I would get on that one for sure.
Definitely. The Bass Pro Black Friday sale stinks even worse this year. Best sale is electronics, huh?
I have a Black Friday code for Band of Anglers. I mean, you can't use it yet, but you'll get 30% off through our 2 channels.
Wow. That's a nice discount.
Yeah. And really, you want to know what? We should ask if Thunderhawk can give us a code for the weekend. My nose is itching like in something else. They should have a get your fish on Mr. Bass code for us.
Heck yeah.
Go and save
Right
some
on.
money.
Right on, right on, right on.
I think we got 30% off site wide for Band of Anglers.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Now it won't work until next week, next Monday, but we'll tell everybody next week.
Okay. Cool.
And I think the Monster Bass thingy is out next week too.
Okay. So you said there's going to be a limited number. Like, how many are going to be available of your box? Do you know?
I think hold on. I'm going to put it in a private chat because I don't want to say it. There's more than I thought, but still not that many.
Okay.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I see it. Well, I kind of want to get one and I'll do a little unboxing of it, show everybody what you picked.
Yeah. I mean, I did not pick any Monster Bass stuff. Zero.
Man. You are brutal, dude. Jeez.
Yeah. Everybody else has, I got to see everybody's stuff. And I was really surprised. There's a few things that everybody put in every box. I mean, if you didn't put the Thunder Cricket in there, I would question why you wouldn't put that in your box.
I would too.
That's the truth. I think if you look at that whole website, I think the Thunder Cricket's the best lure they have on that whole site.
Yeah, I think it is too.
So why not put that in, especially because it was like $12 or $13. And you get that whole box. I think I can say it. The whole thing is $29.99.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if I've been able to say that.
I think I've heard that from other people too. That it's going to cost $29.99. So that's the regular price of their box is $30 usually.
Yeah. Steve craps on Monster Bass and gets a box.
It's hilarious, man. A lot of us are really, really friendly to Monster Bass, and
not me,
and we get nothing. But Steve just crushes him, man. He's got his own box, dude. They're going to be giving you stock in the company here in a few weeks.
Hold on, I'm putting something else in the chat. Don't say this.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I already showed you, man. Everybody's looking forward to this unboxing.
Oh, I wish you would do that right now. What are the odds, the over-under, that is absolute junk?
Dude, we may as well just open it up and look at it. It is junk. I don't even have to. Oh, here, it's still sealed. I have not looked in it.
Open it up. Let's just do it.
All right. We'll open it up.
Let me just say, the box that I put together, I want everyone to be very clear on this because I actually had a sponsor call me today and question why I did this.
Really?
They did. And I said, look, at first I did decline doing this. I thought it was hypocritical for me to do it because it isn't that I crap on Monster Bass. It's that I'm just being honest on what I see. And there's a difference between just saying, I don't think they're crap. I just think that some of the lures that they make, I question it. I question that $15 Alex Rudd lure. There's no way that lure costs $15. So
it's
I just
secret. It's a super secret design. What are you talking about?
I mean, is it going to catch more fish than the regular one that doesn't have any of it? I don't think so. Any of the paint from
Alex Rudd? It's silent. That gives you something a little different. And special colors. He went and got his own special colors, and I think I saw a video where he talked about they went into some they got some real color scientists that were mixing up things and in the test tank and seeing which color the fish are attracted to more than others. And
So
I mean,
sometimes when I take a shit, it's dark brown. Other times it's light brown. It's still shit.
oh, wait a minute. I forgot. You don't care about color.
I don't
Color
give a
doesn't
crap
matter.
about colors.
Color doesn't matter. So you got to throw that out. Now it's just silent.
Uh, uh,
Man. Holy moly.
so that's the truth. And then I even confided in you and said, I don't think I'm doing it. Do you remember that?
Yeah. You did tell me that. And then the next thing I know, you're doing it.
And then I thought, well, if I can get this and do it, and all of the money that they were going to pay me goes directly to a kids fishing event, then I don't mind doing it. Because really all I was doing at that point was just picking lures for a box. I didn't realize I had to be the face of all of it and that I needed to do 73,000 videos for them. And that I'm going to spend more time making videos for this dumb box than anything that I do in my life in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's a 3 pages. No, I'm not joking. Look, I'm going to show it to you. This is my notes, by the way. There's 3 pages of things that I have to do in the next 2 weeks for that box.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, it isn't cool. So if the money goes back to the kids' fishing events, and I think I'm going to ask them to give it to the Bobby Lane Cup.
Oh, great. Well, that was going to be my question: is are you gonna actually select something, because to just kind of leave it up in the air there, how do you know it's going to get to where it needs to go?
And that's the biggest question I've had for him. I told him make the check directly out to I don't know if I'm allowed to say that the Bobby Lane Cup, and hopefully a bunch of them sell. And
well, I think a lot of our viewers are going to go buy one. I'm going to buy one. I think a lot of people will.
There's $63 worth of tackle in it.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
And
you bust monster bass balls quite a bit, but they do have some quality stuff on their site. And even the $15 Alex Rudd crankbait, it's not a bad crankbait.
There's only one pack of plastics in it. I did put this in it. The
Sweet. Rodeo. Yeah, great.
That's the only soft plastic in there.
Okay, perfect.
Or you know what I mean. I'm not supposed to show this, so everyone forget that you saw that.
Gramps is going to buy one.
Yeah, and there's 5 or 6.
Buying one.
There's 5 or 6 other people that did them. But they're getting paid for every box they sell. I'm not taking a penny. So
yeah, I'm not going to buy any of the other ones, but I'll definitely buy yours.
Yeah, I appreciate that. and really, I even told the guy who called me today. I said, I don't care if they sell. It's not going to me. If the money was coming to me, I would push it even more for them. But I'm going to do.
Cow. Well, holy cow. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Josh, is there a Lunker Hunt takeover box? Because if there's a freaking Lunker Hunt takeover box, I got to see that.
There is a Lunker Hunt takeover box coming soon.
Oh, my goodness. Holy crap. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. So
Lunker Hunt takeover box. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Well, heck, if it's successful, maybe Lucky Tackle Box should try that.
No. Okay, did you open it? Let's see this thing.
I've cracked it open, man. It's full of amazing stuff, dude. I'm shocked.
It's full of amazing stuff. He's gonna pick up a pile of crap that's gonna be in his hand. It's gonna be steaming.
What? All right, what'd you say about your turd colors? What do you want, brown or green or red? Or what was your color? What was your color? There we go. Color changing baits, smart baits, color changing lures. I'll tell you what, some of the smart baits are really decent baits. They really are. The whole color changing thing to me is just frog fur. Total gimmick. But the plastics themselves, I have fished with some of these, not this particular one, that I've had no problems with them. And they're durable.
That looks like a crappie one.
This is like a little grub.
Yeah, grub fishing.
It sucks that they never tell you. They don't even tell you what they call the bait. You guys know that's my biggest pet peeve either.
That's my biggest pet peeve too.
We'll take this. You know, not a bad.
No, that's not bad.
It's not
that would
bad
make a good trailer.
Yeah, it would. It would.
Maybe a little bit too small.
Or just put it on an 1/8 ounce ball head jig and just swim it, and you will catch fish, especially in the wintertime. This is a great fish catching lure.
Yeah.
So smart baits. I mean, I am critical of smart baits a lot, but honestly,
me too.
Their stuff is not that bad, really. It's when you start adding the value up for what you pay for this box, that's where you start, steam starts coming out of your ears.
Yeah. Okay, what else is in that one?
All right. 6 hooks. Not a sample pack.
What kind of hooks are they, though?
The bait holder double pack.
Double barb.
It's like a little octopus drop shot hook.
Yeah. Is this a bass box or like a multi-species box?
It's a bass box.
Okay.
It's a bass box. So this is like a little drop shot
hook.
How many people like getting hooks in their monthly box?
I don't want them.
Yeah, I don't either. I buy my own.
Yeah.
Now, one guy I did see do a video on, and what he said he does is he just takes the hooks whenever they come, throws them in his tackle bag, and then whenever he's low on hooks, he just digs through and pulls one out. And he says it's kind of nice to have them for spares, but they're not his main go-to hooks.
Okay, my question on that would be, why are you so disorganized that you don't have extra hooks?
Yeah, good question. That is
I go out there and I'm ready for everything.
Now, what I will say here, this month in this box, there's 4 hard baits and 2 soft plastics plus the hooks. So the quantity of lures is not bad this month. But, here you get a freaking sample pack. Great Lakes Cincos.
So that's their own brand.
All right. There's only 4 Cincos in here.
No.
4.
How much is that box?
Great Lakes Cinco. I mean, it's a stick bait. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the bait itself, but there's only 4 of them in the package.
How much is that whole box, though?
It's like $30.
Okay.
The same. I think I paid $30 for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Why do this to me? Why do this to me?
That pack probably cost, in all honesty, 40 cents.
Yeah. If that. 10 cents a bait. Golly. All right. Now they got 4 hard baits. All right. One of them here looks pretty decent. All right. Do you know anything about crave baits?
Never heard of them.
I haven't either, but they're in these boxes a lot. This might be one that they own as well.
Yeah.
This is a 3.5-inch jerk bait, 3/8 of an ounce, sexy shad color.
It's kind of got a weird shape on the belly.
Well, yeah, it's got a, it's
a swim bait. It's swim jerk bait, twitch bait.
It's a jerk bait. Yeah. All right. Then here's another interesting brand. Crave baits again. This is why I think this is probably their company or something.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It says exclusively sold at fishingdepotusa.com.
Yeah, that's a LTV run.
Okay. This color is called Craw, 3 inches, 5/8 of an ounce, lipless crankbait. It doesn't look bad.
It doesn't look bad. It's got a weird shape too.
Yeah.
I don't know if lipless crankbaits, there's a reason why they're all kind of the same shape, because that shape works well. Does rattle well.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never fished with the crave bait before, but
someone's gonna win that in your wheel of
right. Somebody's gonna win that in my wheel. All right. Now here's a company called Bait. Wait a minute. Bait Rigs. I have heard of these bait rigs, guys. This is the T-boned shad.
Is it a metal? Oh, I see what it is. Yeah.
It's a jerk, or it's a crankbait.
Yeah.
This is what I would call a cold water crankbait. It's really thin.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 12-foot depth diver though.
Oh,
Purple nurple is the color.
I mean that's another nameless brand.
Yeah, nameless brand, right. T-boned shad are designed with brilliant finishes that reflect light and attract game fish even in murky water. Tight wiggling action, realistic appearance, and it dives up to 10 feet. It says 12 feet on here, but then it says 10 feet. So it's between 10 and 12. All right. Kind of a pretty color. And this is the one here that looks like a decent lure to me. This is a topwater pencil Senshi Yawara.
Oh, that one actually is a decent bait.
Yeah, it looks very nice actually. It's a little, it's a little topwater plug.
That bait
Like
walks really well.
Looks kind of like a Sammy.
Yeah.
But it's small. It's a small profile. Topwater pencil bait. They don't say how long it is. I was going to see if they say. It looks like it's about 3 inches long. Nice color though, and it looks. I like this one.
Yeah, that one you can use.
That's it. I mean, that's the you got 4 hard baits. Are they terrible? No, but when you're paying $30-something, like you said, it's a box. It's a box of nameless. It's a box of nameless baits.
Yeah. The question would be: you spent $30 on that. What do you think the overall value of that box is?
Okay, let's say $2 to $3. $2 to $3. So let's say 6. This I would say about $6 to $7. So now I'm up to 12, 13. $2 to $3, 15. And then $1 maybe for this sample pack.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me 16. This one here I'd say $2.99, so $3. Where I'm at 16, that's 17, 18. And then this $1. So about $19 maybe.
Yeah.
And it's $19 worth of lures that I don't want any of them, really.
That's the one that hurts.
It hurts. It's painful.
It's
painful. Yeah.
That one you question, and you question your sanity of, do I really need this? And I've had that same mind game every month about. That's why I stopped with Monster Bass.
Yeah.
I'm like, and with the Bass Baits Monthly, I really was. I don't want to say I was upset because I did think everything in there was pretty good.
Yeah.
But when they sent me the text about you undervalued it, I wanted to say, I did say to them, I looked everything up, so I don't know how I undervalued it.
Yeah.
But
here's the other thing. No matter what the company tells me it's worth, I always go look it up.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's not what they say it is. And there's could be different reasons for that. If you're a savvy shopper, you can type a lure in and you can usually find it much cheaper if you go to the right place.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like Carl's Bait and Tackle right now, everything over there is on sale. I mean, and then if you're on their club, you get it even more off. So it might be a $10 bait, but if you can go buy it for $5,
yeah,
if
you can buy it for $5, buy it.
Heck yeah,
that's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But on the Bass Baits Monthly, when you get that, and it's only $1 difference, I say to myself, isn't it better to just go around the corner to Brooker's Bait and Tackle and take that $42 and buy exactly what I want?
Yes.
And the colors I want.
Right.
And not to mention, there's a good chance that if you walk in there, they're going to have something even better or like it that might be on sale. And you could probably get that box for 30 or 35 bucks.
Yeah, look at
And
this.
then you're like, do I really need to do that?
He's talking about my spin to win show. Yeah, I got quality baits in there. I mean, sometimes you get a lucky tackle box lure, and I mean that's just the way that's the way the game gets played. But
Do you
yeah,
know who Richard Gene, the fishing
heck
machine, is?
yeah, man, that dude is a fishing machine.
Do you mean Gene from Fluke Master?
No, his name is Richard Gene, the
Okay.
fishing machine. That's his the YouTube channel. He's got like 250,000 subscribers.
No kidding. Good
He's
for
just
him.
he's just a good old boy from Alabama who just fishes, man, and he's a good he knows what he's doing.
I'll be honest. Right now, your channel is the only channel I've been watching.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I watch your stuff, but I just don't have time. And you know, the time I would be watching it, I'm making my own videos.
Yeah, I'm editing videos all day, every day right now for 2 other channels. So
Yeah,
I don't even have time to. I mean, really, I've thought about putting my channel on hold recently because
yeah,
I mean, we haven't talked. We've talked about this, you and I, but
yeah,
YouTube is killing fishing stuff.
yeah. They really are.
It's
They're
not worth
pounding.
doing this.
They're pounding us right now.
Yeah,
My views are down, my subs are down, my everything's down,
everything.
and it makes it hard to keep going.
Yeah, because you get to a point where you're excited, and it isn't that. I think that what you're doing with the live videos is really actually kind of smart because you don't have to edit stuff.
Yeah, right.
Because people don't realize the amount of time that goes into like those stupid closer looks are
Yeah,
not easy.
yeah.
And granted, I am editing like something else right now. I am a pro at Premiere Pro right now. But it's the time and it's the money. I mean, just going over to do underwaters at Wekiva cost me $4. And what's $4? I mean, it's
Yeah,
really
right,
nothing.
right.
But when I go there, I try to do 6 or 7 or 8 lures at a time.
Sure.
But then, you look at the financial thing of it, or buying boxes or buying lures or all sorts of stuff, and then you look at how the channels have been hit so hard by YouTube, and it makes no sense.
I know, it really doesn't make any sense.
And then you get discouraged by this, and
Yeah, you do.
And YouTube isn't giving you any reasoning or anything. And there's people like Gramps. I think if Gramps is still in here, Gramps has like a membership thing, and I think I would love to know how he does on that. I mean, does he do well?
Yeah.
Because should we be doing membership stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough, man. It really is tough. You need an editor. I am an editor. I hate to say that. That's all I'm doing is editing.
Yeah, that's his profession.
Yeah, all I'm doing is editing.
That's what he does for a living.
7. I've been working 12, 14, 16-hour days on those other 2 channels, and they're not even fishing oriented. And they want to be. I can't get in trouble. They want to be 150 videos ahead before they launch a new channel. So that's 150 videos you got to get done in a certain amount of time. And I've gotten like 95 done in 6 weeks. And they're not like little videos. Each one is 25 minutes.
Yeah,
and there's 4 hours of video to go through. So yeah, this whole YouTube thing is very confusing to me. I don't know about what you think about it.
It is confusing for sure. So anyway, fish tools. I'm going to unbox this one tomorrow night.
That'll be a good one.
Fish tools, jewel baits. More of a jig box. But yeah, that's the Lucky Tackle Box in all its glory.
In all its glory. Is it worth it? No.
No, it's not worth it, guys. Don't get that box. If you're going to spend money on a box, there's so many better boxes out there.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish you got Florida Tackle Box more than once every other month because I kind of forget about it.
I'm
60
with
days,
you.
60 days in between, I kind of forget I'm even subscribed to that thing. But anyway, it's good when it comes. It's good when you get it, but
Yeah, that's a really good one when it comes. I mean, the last one you did had like $70 worth of value, I think it had.
yeah, well, I don't remember what the value was now, but it's always good. It's
Yeah.
always very good.
Yeah,
And
when
he gives you some unique stuff that you don't see in other boxes either. A
yeah,
lot of these boxes, so we've talked, a lot of these companies buy from the same suppliers. They're getting the exact same lures, like we were talking about these net ochos. Everybody and their brother has net ochos.
yeah.
Fortunately, it's a good bait, but it'd be nice to mix up the colors, and to get different colors.
When you start seeing them in all the boxes, that's when you start going, what's going on? Like
Yeah,
one person said to me, they said, if you get a color and then you go to that manufacturer's color, like let's just say, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say you got a Z-Man product
yeah,
and out of nowhere you went and looked at that Z-Man color up and it was not there.
yeah.
Now that product now, that color is now discontinued.
You're right.
And there's
So the
something,
bait's not discontinued; it's still going,
yeah,
but you're never going to get it in that color ever again.
yes.
Yeah,
And then you got to start thinking, then you have to start saying, you know, it isn't overstock, but that's a liquidated, discontinued product now.
yeah.
And that kind of, I don't like those.
I know, I know. Yeah, very interesting to say the least.
Yeah. So you have Fish Labs. What else is on the channel here coming up?
Well, my 6 cents Super Six Sack should be here any minute. It's on the way, and I've got another one coming. I don't even remember which one it is, but anyway, there's another one coming. And then I've got some fishing videos I got to put out. I've got a bunch of stuff I bought from Tackle Warehouse that I still haven't done an unboxing video on that. I've literally, I think, sat here for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, and I just have not gotten around to doing the unboxing video for it. So,
And some fishing videos. I like to see that.
yeah, yeah. But, it's kind of like what you and I have talked about. For some reason, a lot of times the fishing videos don't get nearly as many views as an unboxing video gets.
You're dead right.
So,
And you're the king of unboxing videos.
yeah,
You know
there's
that.
no doubt about that.
You are the king of it.
Jeez.
I'm the ugly stepchild.
Yeah. I've kind of had fun with these specialty boxes, like the Dark Horse and the Hendrix, seeing some lures, that you haven't seen before. I'll say, wait a minute. We're putting together a Thunderhawk Go bag with around $90 worth of gear. Should sell for $60. Not bad. Interesting.
And they're going to give us Thunderhawk's going to get us, make sure that we have a 30% off code to tell people about too.
Awesome. That would be cool.
You want to know what the problem with fishing videos are? Is that you go home, you edit them, and you try to make them as interesting as possible. But at the same time, if you don't catch fish, boy, that is a long. It's a hard fishing trip.
Yeah, it is. It is long and hard. The other thing too is, you got to really be a fishing nerd to just like to watch a guy fish and catch fish. When I do my fishing videos, I try to remember, all right, I got people watching this, and I know some of my viewers probably have never fished this kind of a technique. So I try to talk about the technique and what I'm doing and what I'm thinking, which I think is a little more interesting than just fishing.
Yeah.
Unless you can have just an amazing, awesome day where, like North Dakota Yak Angler, he's got this one video where he's fishing a topwater lure, I think, maybe a whopper plopper or something. And and the water's crystal clear, and you can see the bait coming in, and you can see this pike come up after it, and
Oh,
just attack it, and it misses it. It misses it, and then he brings the lure by the side of his kayak and twitches it a couple of times, and that fish just annihilates it, and you get to see it all on screen. It's just amazing. Another really cool thing he did is he planted a GoPro in the water in beds. He went and found some beds. The camera's in the water in the bed, and then he comes back an hour or two later and starts fishing, and he catches sight fishing some big smallies right out of the bed, and the
nice.
camera's right there. It's incredible. It's incredible photography. Uh, just an amazing video.
I didn't video this. 2 weeks ago, I went over to the guy that I've been editing his stuff. I went over to his house and then found out that in the back of his house, he has like a wildlife preserve. But there was a pond in the middle of it. And I said to him, "Are you allowed to go back there and fish?" And he's like, I don't think anyone's ever goes back there because of the woods and everyone's probably scared of snakes and stuff like that. And I said, "Do you mind if I bring a fishing pole over?" This was like, I talked to him like 6 weeks ago, and he was like, "Do whatever you want." So then 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, I brought a fishing pole over. I showed up, like, I go over to his house and we go over what his strategy of the plan of the video and all this other crap. But I got over there like 30 minutes early, and I texted him. I said, "Hey, I'm out front. I'm leaving my car out front. I'm going to the back and going fishing." So I went back there. It was 2 weeks ago, so it was just the start of November, and I walked around this little pond, and then I'm looking first, and the next thing I know, I see this bass fanning out a bed, and I'm like, "Oh,
Oh.
hold on." Now, it wasn't a big bass. It was the male. I'm pretty sure it was the male, but it was
Yeah, yeah.
probably maybe a pound and a half. That might be over exaggerating. Maybe it was a pound and a quarter. But I could see the female just off to the side. And I thought to myself,
Ah,
I had the GoPro and I put her all the way on the other side of the pond. So I was probably this big in the video
okay.
because I didn't want to walk around and get the camera and then bring
Yeah,
it
yeah,
back
yeah.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, let me just get up on the bank, and I pitched to it. The male hammered it as soon as it hit the water. Pulled it out. I walked that fish all the way around to the other side of the pond, dropped it, and I'm like, first off, I'm going, what are the odds that these bass are bedding at this time of the year?
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is just unheard of for Florida. I walked back around, and there was this 4-pounder sitting, like, looking like, where did that male go? Kind of,
Uh-huh.
where's my boyfriend? And I pitched another one in there. First cast, it hit the thing. She came and hammered it, and I caught her. And I was like, I told my buddy Craig, I'm like, I'm going to put a GoPro in that, like you were just saying, I'm going to put it in that bed,
Yeah, yeah.
and I want to see what that fish does, what it does and reacts to it, or put it outside of the bed and just film the bed and what that bass is doing, and just try to see, what they're really doing. Because
Yeah.
I had heard
Yeah.
that, like, a male bass will fan out that bed,
Yeah,
and then what
right.
he'll do is he'll go find the female and bring her back and kind of say, "Hey, look at my pad. Look at what I've done." And then either it happens or it doesn't happen. And I always thought that the female did that thing, and then the males came in and found her, but it isn't that way. The males make the bed for them and go find the woman, female, and then bring her back and show her his pad. And so I'm like, I told Craig, I'm going to wait till January, early February, and I'm gonna put a GoPro right there. So
Cool.
we'll see what happens.
All right, awesome. Well, I think we're about done, man.
Yeah,
Especially since our guest bailed on us.
yeah.
I think for impromptu shoot from the hip, we didn't do too bad.
No, good job.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so what's coming up? We already talked about what we're doing on our channels. I'm doing my live stream spin to win Saturday night,
Nice.
7 p.m. And that's it.
I have a
and then my Black Friday show is coming up. That's going to be
the Black Friday show should be fun.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Yeah. Booster said what was KVD's reason. He ghosted us. He didn't have a reason. He talked to us for 3 weeks about coming on. And out of nowhere, he's not on the day he's supposed to be here.
Hey, if all else fails, next week, if he doesn't show, we'll just do the show with this guy.
That one has more personality.
Hey.
Where did you get that?
Bass Pro used to sell these, and yeah, Kevin Van Dam, baby, there he is, a big bass in each hand.
I think it looks more like Bill Dance.
Well, they actually make a Bill Dance one as well. Those are the only two.
Get one of those.
That's the only two that I know of that they made. You got to buy them on eBay and stuff now. You can't get them at Bass Pro anymore. But
well, I'll be watching on Saturday. I'll be watching tomorrow night too.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks everybody for hopping on the channel. Please smash the like button. Share the videos. Go subscribe if you've not subscribed to Get Your Fish On. And Mr. Bass, we appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great night, a great week. And Steve, why don't you close us out?
Yeah, take a kid fishing. Get your fish on. We'll see you guys soon.
Happy fishing.